It's us. Pride of Glasgow.
There's a place in Dumbarton I'm trying to buy that I quite like.
A place in Dumbarton.
I like a house.
You're going to buy it?
I'm thinking I am. Well, I'm trying to buy it.
Where in Dumbarton?
Oh, Dumbarton East. Do you know it?
Dumbarton East? Is it like near Dumbarton East train station?
Aye, like half a minute away.
That's like 20 minutes from here, from my house.
Aye.
That'll be good. Is it nice?
It's nicer than I deserve.
So what's involved in that? I mean, I obviously know what's fucking involved buying a house, but like what's going on with it? Well, I just pay the.
I don't know.
You just pay the fucking lawyer, didn't you?
Aye,
And you go.
in answer to your question, I don't know what the process involves because you just pay somebody else to do it for you. Occasionally they go, we need you to sign this bit of paper, and I need to sign it and run in. I don't need to run in, but I do run into town because I don't want it delayed because I want to move out of Edinburgh as quick as I can.
Fuck Edinburgh, man.
Fuck them.
Fuck Edinburgh.
It's an empty vessel.
Edinburgh, fuck him. It's one of the things though, isn't it, buying a house? It's like you just the lawyer
spend every penny that you've
got. Well, the lawyer goes like that to you, right? So I'll buy a house for you, and you're like, but how does it work actually? And they're like, don't worry about that. Just sign this.
I like that.
Give me my money. Don't.
What they do at the start as well, when they give you a quote, it really is a quote. It really is basically just a blank check you're giving them. They can make up anything and charge it. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm worrying too much.
No, don't worry.
It's a nice flat that I'm trying to get, so I don't know, maybe.
It'll be good if you get it, man. It'll be a fucking game changer. If you're only 20 minutes along your road, for me, it's going to be like the old days, man, when we were wee guys. It's going to be like fucking 20 minutes along your road.
Except I'm living 20 minutes away instead of 2 minutes away.
Aye, but I'll be driving by that time. That'll turn 20 minutes into fuck all. I mean, well, that's 20 minutes driving, innit, I'm talking about. But you know what I mean?
Aye.
It'd still be like when we're wee guys, except, you know, closer to death now, so a different perspective.
What a fucking massive
Or the debt as well, aye, there is all the debt, I know. You're going to have to decorate, no?
It's all done.
It's all done?
It's all done. It's all ready to move in, all done.
You need to show me photos.
A perfect flat.
You need to show me photos there. I hope you get it. When will you find out?
Don't know. Whenever they want to tell me.
See, that's what I mean, whenever I'll tell you what I'm buying, you know what I'm buying? Commodore 64 Classic, it's called.
How much debt's that going to get you?
I think it's only 120 quid or something.
See, I should have got one of them instead and lived in that.
What, a Subway?
No, a Commodore 64 Classic.
Alright.
I'm guessing it's Wii though. Is it Wii?
No, it's no Wii, it's the same size. I believe it's the same size as Commodore 64 and it has a full-size keyboard and the keyboard's usable. It's basically a Commodore 64.
It's alright.
That's what they say. It's basically a Commodore 64 and you can code on it and everything.
Because you will, won't you?
Aye, of course I will. I'll code some fucking basic
Cock going into something.
Basic cock. It's basically what people have always said about me. It's women have described me all my life. It's coming out on December the 5th, 2019. The Commodore 64. In fact, it's just called the Commodore 64 microcomputer, and it comes with a wee kind of zip stick type effort. And here's the games, right? Here's the games: Alley Cat, Anarchy, Attack of the Mutant Camels, Avenger, Bear Bother, Boulder Dash. Mind Boulder Dash? California Games. Everyone's a Wally. Gribbly's Day Out. Monty Mole, Monty in the Run.
How many in total?
Paradroid, Spin Dizzy, Pit Stop 2, Impossible Mission 2, Gribbly's Day Out. Do you mind Gribbly's Day Out? Always reminds me of my dad. Gribbly's Day Out. Always reminds me of being in the living room and playing Gribbly's Day Out and looking out across the room and my dad's sitting watching like Juliet Bravo or something. Do you mind Juliet Bravo? So my dad would be watching while I'm playing Gribbly's Day Out. But you should get one for your new flat, a wee Commodore 64.
I'm a Spectrum guy, mate. Spectrum. When's that coming up?
The Spectrum?
Probably when they work.
Fucking never, mate.
comes with 4 games, 2 colours, that doesn't work.
Any Spectrum for you?
Nobody buying it anyway, there's no point in bringing it up.
I hope you get this fucking house. I always feel like, I mean, because we've been living too far away from each other, you know what I mean? It's difficult. And, you know, we've been going through our own personal situations, a lot of fucking disruption, a lot of stuff going on, you know. Drama.
It's the periods, innit? It's the periods when you're on your Todd. The periods of being on your Todds. Hard work. Life can be hard work.
Life can be hard work. Life can be dramatic. That's the thing you learn, innit? It's just, it can be dramatic. And it could be a nice wee new start, Ryan, man.
That's what I mean. It's important to try and be optimistic. I now believe. This is a death corner, this.
Dumbarton, man. Dumbarton's got a castle.
It is, apparently it's full of litter, so that'll be me picking all of that up, probably.
Dumbarton Castle. It's got
a football team.
It's got a football team, it's got shops, it's got a big McDonald's.
It's got a KFC.
Got a Burger King right beside it and the KFC.
Everything, basically.
It'd be good, man. Honestly, it would be like the glory days, man, back. I hope we get it. You let me know right away. Let me know right away, because
I wish they'd let me know right away.
Have faith, mate. Have faith. The new start is coming. The new dawn is on us.
Dawn is on us. Why fight it? You might as well go with it. Go all in for the big relaunch with a new A-Train game. This is going to be like some kind of hard science trying to sell this to you. If you had shown me the graphics in that intro 30 years ago when I was playing the original A-Train, I might have cried. First off, there's definitely a few things you can't make excuses for, and that's one of the things is the size of the fucking writing and the digits and stuff. I was playing this in I think 52 inch telly. Had to stand up and walk up to the telly still to be able to read the stuff. Jesus Christ, I'm old. And I'm willing to bet I'm not the only old person playing this game, because I don't see new fans buying this. It's the same game. They're making the same game as they were making 30 years ago. It's me playing this and 100,000 50-year-old Japanese guys. That's who's playing this. Oh, I'm a fan of quite a lot of things in this game, including the wee bits of art, the characters. I like the character drawings. Although these two guys are telling me to ditch subsidiaries that aren't profitable, they've forgotten the main message of Pretty Woman starring Richard Gere. That's Richard Gere there, and if you look in the background there, that's me. Paid a lot of money to get that close to Richard Gere. Big fan of his. They've forgotten the main message of Pretty Woman, so I'm taking different tactics to the advice that they're giving me sometimes. I'm no ditching subsidiaries. What I'm going to do is try and populate the areas. You know what I mean? Make them more profitable for the businesses. Think it through, guys. Laying track in this game is one of the most fucking frustrating things I've ever done in my entire life. Using the controller to do it is just a recipe for a sore head. You're alright, mate. Just smile back, he's probably a gangster. I'm not into trains. I'm honestly not playing this for this. I don't know if I've ever correctly. I've now started to realise, because I'm on like Bumble and I'm trying to get dates and stuff, but I've realised because I've mentioned to lassies that I'm playing A-Train, and obviously their reaction has all been like Joyce, like, alright, so no joy for me. But I'm not into trains. That's not why I'm playing A-Train. It's basically a world building game. Have you played Theme Park? Did you remember liking Theme Park? It's like Theme Park, except it's huge and you get to play with trains. I was a bit disappointed that the VR section's just a kind of tacked on, a wee add-on thing. You're not able to play the game in VR or anything ridiculous like that. You can just look at small segments of maps. Speaking of maps, there's absolutely hundreds of them. Hunters and hunters. I mean, there's no hunters, but compared to the original, you not remember the original? Let me what are you doing? You stick around. I can put the original on for you and show you that as well if you want. I mean, I'm not into trains, but have a look. Just leave it running there. Loads of maps, loads of different. What I didn't expect was how atmospheric it was going to be. But I mean, I suppose you upgrade the graphics to a certain level and you start putting in a certain amount of detail in it, like this kind of stuff, and it gets nice and atmospheric. No people milling about, but still, I don't know, maybe I'm being very nostalgic about it, but this is what I like. Offline map, me and the game. And it hasn't changed. That guy's not in the new one, thankfully. I don't miss him at all. Fucking shut up, mate. Christ, it's a game. Chill out. Let's take a breath. I definitely remember being able to handle that guy better, that guy who is panicking about money. It just hits home far worse now. It's like Silent Hill to me. That fucking, a guy with a moustache, who's obviously a real guy because he's got a moustache, freaking out. If he's freaking out, it's fucking time to panic. Anyway, I love all the assets in the game. I love the levels of detail. It's extremely atmospheric, as I was saying. It's just strange to be playing it at this time of life, to think of how much has changed in 3 decades, and yet somehow these guys are still kind of making the same thing, and I'm assuming the same people are buying it. It's kind of cool. It's like nobody's told them that we're living in the doomed timeline. I was doing a pretty decent job of pretending that I was 12 again while I was playing this. Don't. He's not got a moustache, it's fine. Don't panic. Listen, A-Train Exp honestly isn't, oh Jesus Christ. Oh, I felt a bit queasy reading that. It isn't an inaccessible game. It looks a wee bit daunting to start with, but they do a really good job of explaining it and laying it all out, laying the tabs out properly. It isn't that, it honestly isn't even that difficult a game. Oh God. It's a weird but genuine, honest feeling game. That's what I like about it. That's what I like. It's honesty. It's honest with you. I fucking wish it wasn't honest with you, but it is honest with you.
Position in queue 788,
85.
785.
Still 85. 19 minutes, 84, 784.
Realm is full. Do you don't fancy trying it again?
Oh no, if I need to wait 20 minutes. A 20-minute loading screen.
It's no loading, it's loaded. It's just need to wait to get into the world. There's a limit on the...
It's a realm, it's not a world.
What do you...
Realm of Warcraft.
What do you remember... Who are you again? What was the name of your guy? You were a bull guy, weren't you? Were you a bull woman or a bull guy?
Bull guy... I just remember that he grew up in a village. A green village with loads of hills.
There was a tree in the middle of it, because I remember when a
tree in the middle of the village.
I remember coming to meet you in your village, and I came in because I was an undead guy. Or was I an undead woman, maybe? I think I might have been. I was undead anyway, and I can remember coming to meet you in your village, and there was a big tree in it, and I remember seeing like, oh man, this looks cool, there's a big tree and all that, and there's all these bulls, and it was all green. It was like, it was bright.
You come down into a slightly larger area, and then there was like a larger town, a larger hub.
Aye.
And you could get like rope bridges up the side into the town and stuff like that.
And I remember seeing it, and I was like, this is beautiful here, compared to... And then I'm pretty sure at one point you came to my undead bit as well with me.
I can't remember.
And it was all, it was a downer, it was all like tombs and...
Was it all indoors, your bit?
I don't think it was all indoors, but I think there was like maybe a big crypt type bit. And I can't really remember. But I remember I was playing it before you, right? World of Warcraft.
Aye.
And then you started playing it, and then you were a higher level than me within like 2 days.
Aye, because I didn't turn it off for 2 days. Can you still do that? Can you still play it irresponsibly?
I don't know. Position in queue 720. No.
18 minutes to go, 15 years, 2004.
15 years. Whoa. 15 years, so you'd have been what age?
30.
How
No,
can you not
40.
do that fucking sum? Why is it so hard for you to do that
20.
sum?
Well, I was going the wrong way, I was adding it instead of saying that way. 26.
You were 26, and I would have been 27. Oh,
Alright.
yeah, 27. That's quite old. That's what makes you feel old. Yeah,
700.
already a guy,
Fuck.
27 years old, already a guy that shouldn't have been playing World of Warcraft, probably.
Aye.
But I didn't get heavily into it. I think I only got to, when I first played it, I maybe got to level 30, level 42.
I didn't top it the
There's
level.
a band in it, level 30 something, 8.
I never topped it. I went for 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks hard and got to about 30 something, but I never got to the 40s.
They kept changing it though, didn't they? They kept changing like how, where the top was the top no like 50 or 60, and then it was like 80, and then it might even be higher than that now. Keep changing it, mate. 666.
The number of the beast waiting in a queue.
Beast in it.
This is classic memories though, isn't it?
Right. It takes you back, doesn't it? Takes you back.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
he's a goner. I'm finally in the world. Right, quests.
Jumping. It's absolutely jumping in there.
It's busy. This is a busy world. I'm checking my quest here. I'm going to do you want to see a wee quest?
Go on then.
I'm going to go and kill 5 scorpids. Alright, so I think I'm heading up here to do that.
5 scorpids, that's all the quest. Somebody got the role of writing a quest and that's what they came up with. Right, five scorpids.
No, the quest has more info than that. Do you want to hear?
I want to hear the lore, aye.
Powerful warrior and awkward novice alike have fallen to the venomous sting of the scorpid. You will find large numbers of scorpids northwest of here. Bring me 10 of their tails as proof of your prowess in battle. The antidote, do you want more lore? You still want the antidote for their sting is actually made from venom extracted from their stingers. We keep large quantities of antidote for scorpid venom on hand to heal young bloods just like you. But I'm sure you won't be needing any of that, will you?
See? 15 years
No,
ago.
we're not done yet. Rewards. You'll be able to choose one of these rewards. Soft wool belt or battle worn cape.
It's like a generation game.
You happy with that then?
I'm just saying 15 years ago I would have read that. I mean, I would have taken the time to read it.
We did read it, we just read it.
Bother my arse now. No, you did.
Right, here we go, let's find these scorpids. See,
Can
honestly,
I run? There's no run button.
No, I don't think so. I honestly think, right, you might as well just call it a fucking scorpion by that point, and when you're calling it a scorpid,
Maybe you
just
can't,
call it a
but
fucking...
maybe somebody owns the
Somebody's
copyrighted
copyrighted
scorpions.
scorpions. Right, come here you go.
Or
Oh, for
Warcraft.
fuck's sake. There we are. Right, so this I'm using as just attack. I'm just attacking with my weapon, but I've also got Shadow Bolt. I'll show you this.
You just hit that as well, didn't you?
Kapow. What do you mean?
I mean, you just hit all the buttons. In the beginning, that's how you play. You just hit everything while you're fighting.
Well, aye, pretty much, but they've got cooldowns, haven't they?
Have you not got a bigger sword?
What's your favourite MMO RPG? Would you say?
Guild Wars.
Guild Wars. Guild Wars 1 or 2?
One, I would say.
One, innit? It's one. Probably only because it's the first one. No, Guild Wars 2 is better, but there's something magical about the first one.
It's a game that I'm glad that just enough people were playing. Guild Wars, so I'm glad it stuck around to see the beautiful expansion packs and stuff.
It was a.
It was always a downer because it never felt popular enough, but I'm glad that it stuck around.
But it was instanced as well, though, wasn't it? It was never like this, where it's like a big world. It was always like, it almost felt a bit like a fakey MMO, didn't it? A wee bit fakey, a wee bit. I'm just curious to see if the addictiveness is still in this. I mean, clearly it's popular because that queue was unbelievable. I need to keep battering this Scorpion.
700 people isn't that many people to be playing a game, to be honest. They could probably sort that better. That queue system.
No, that was there. Well, I don't know. I don't know if there is 700 people. There's going to be more than that in this realm now.
But that's what was in the queue, 700 people.
No, when I started there was like 1800 in the queue, and that was just one realm as well.
Why for us 42-year-old man?
It's weird, isn't it?
Have you just done 5?
Done 5 what?
Scorpios.
Have I not done 5? I need to do 10. I need to do 10. I've done 5, but I need to do 10. It's just not a thing. World of Warcraft just isn't a game that a 42-year-old guy can play.
Can you look up and done? You can you know?
Yeah.
Fucking.
Yeah.
You need to grab it.
God, what do you mean? Of course you can look up and done.
Oh, right, okay.
Right, sorry. It's a funny one, isn't it? Because it's definitely like you can just be doing other stuff while you're playing it.
Probably
You could be an air traffic controller. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Coming round for a.
Or
What is it they say? You're coming round for a 409er run. Coming at Glasgow Airport, Nice to Glasgow.
or one of the guys. Ugh, it's not that bad. Nah. Well, you've got friends and family that will support you, haven't you?
Oh, the Samaritans guy.
Yeah, guys.
Yeah, aye. It's it's challenging when the Scorpids are. When your girlfriend is. Could be that guy.
He's up something.
He's got some sticky. I've never known how to say that word, by the way. Iker or Iker. Iker.
I'd say Iker.
Yeah, it's Iker, isn't it? There was a rabbit. Can you? No, let's not kill the rabbits. The orcs are goodies.
How can you tell?
Well, they clearly are. When you read the lore, I don't want to read you a big bit of lore again, but when you read the lore, they're clearly goodies, the orcs. They're clearly the good guys when you actually look at the lore, mate. Just saying. You know, it's mad.
And everybody else is a baddie, is that what you're saying?
Everybody else is a baddie. It was in the news today. Hey, there's gloves. Find gloves. This Scorpion had some gloves on him, pair of gloves on him. Obviously just had popped in at TK Maxx.
How many fingers have the gloves got?
Fucking 5.
You were about to tell us something. Sorry, you were about to tell me something terrible for the news.
The Queen
Oh God.
is she's not died. They've asked her to suspend Parliament.
Is she that strong?
She's that strong. They've said, can you lift the House of Commons in the air above your head as a distraction?
Just stop watching the news.
No point watching the news. What they should do is they should do a like they're doing with World of Warcraft. They should do the news classic and show you just the news as it was 15 years ago. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well,
and everybody can
downgrade the graphics on the ties and stuff.
Yeah, and we can all act like we're all surprised by it, like we've heard it for the first time. Oh my, Michael Jackson's dead. That wasn't 15 years ago, was it? But you know what I mean. You get the point. Michael Jackson died. Aye. So it's not all bad. Go back to your life. Okay, again, hold on, I might have 10 now. How can I only have 6? It's only the Scorpion workers. No, I think it's only the workers. I think it's only the workers, isn't it? It's specifically the workers. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh no, I know what it is. It's their tails, and sometimes they don't drop their tails. Sometimes they drop, for example,
I can
a
remember,
pair of gloves.
I definitely was thinking as you were doing this, I can remember like clearing out entire areas of Scorpids.
And not getting the
and
stuff
not
you
getting
wanted.
what I needed and having to go out and
Wait for it all to...
you could probably just buy them in the marketplace, could you know?
I don't even know. I can't even remember how the market works. The auction house, was it that? Was that what it was? But I don't think you even get to access that until you're well on that. That's another tail goal one. So that's me at 7 now. See these logs lying here?
There's things and there's one in there.
Oh, aye. Oh, that's not somebody else killed that. Oh, I'll take this. Fucking chain vest as well. Oh, my bag's full. What did I do there?
Is that all you can carry?
Oh, what? Did I just put that on? Oh, Jesus. I don't know how to work any of this.
Just get rid of everything.
Can you drop stuff? Oh, you need to destroy it? Yeah, fuck that, destroy that. And then I'll go in here and I'll take that chain vest. And can I wear the chain vest? No. Can I? Because I'm a warlock. So there you go. I can already feel it getting its hooks back in me again.
I'm so glad I played it the way I did. Played it like a LAN player game, I think. I just smashed it as much as I could.
And then that was it.
Second, and then that was it.
You didn't need to do it again. It's difficult to properly review a game like Telling Lies. In a sense, I think it has to be enough to say right up front, this is a great achievement as a game and as some storytelling, as a film, you know, as a piece of film.
Well, this is awkward, so I'm
to tell you what Telling Lies is, it's essentially a game where you have access to a load of video files that are one-sided conversations, right? So you're seeing one side of the conversation.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So as you can see, you do a lot of staring at people's faces and looking into their eyes. And a lot of piecing together of conversations, characters and stories. The way you do this is by skipping back and forth through the videos and finding bits of dialogue that you want to explore further. If somebody mentions something, you can then type that into a database and find all other mentions of that thing. And you start to structure your own little story. That story will constantly change how you feel about the characters. It will constantly change what you believed about the characters. Mechanically, the game is genius, and the production is completely beautiful. The performances are great. A game like this really stands or falls by its performances, and the actors do an incredible job.
Oh, I'm not reading that.
But there's something to be said for this game, for playing it late at night and really sinking into it. And you'd be surprised at how deeply invested you get in it when you're spending so much time staring at people's faces. Here you can see.
Honey, I don't need the book. I know them all by heart now.
How it all chains together.
You have to close your eyes. Though.
It's a great game. It's a great film. It's a great story. It's Sam Barlow giving us another work of art. I feel like everybody, everywhere you go now, but the guys, can you hear them? Mm-hmm. They're all talking about like Brexit and uncertainty, Brexit and all that. And I'm playing. We're talking about. Well, we're going to be talking about, because I'm about to say to you, Collection of Mana I got for the Switch.
Nice.
So it's got that Final Fantasy Mystic Quest on it, that one.
Cool.
Game Boy. Look, show this. You can change all the settings.
Ah, that's nice.
That's proper old Game Boy looking stuff. This is nice. We're getting to that point now where it's like games feel like proper relics for the past. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I'm still playing this.
PlayStation
1.
What are you playing on?
I am loading Tony Hawk.
Tony Hawk. Brilliant.
1. PlayStation 1, Tony Hawk 1.
But it's comforting. I was playing this on the train on the way in the day. I was playing this, and it's.
What? See if you had a arcade bar. What would be the first cabinet you got?
If I ran an arcade bar,
what would be the first one you picked up?
I'd try and get an Outrun 2, but I wouldn't get an Outrun 2. Gauntlet maybe. Why? What would yours be?
Mortal Kombat 1 probably.
Mortal Kombat 1?
Mortal Kombat 1.
Why?
Just because I'm that phone it.
Pit Fighter.
It's not very good, Pit Fighter. At least Mortal Kombat's a bit good.
But that's what I'm saying, it's like, now's the time to open an arcade bar type place. I know there is a couple, but because old stuff, it's like, in a time of uncertainty, there's a certainty about levelling up and Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, aren't there?
Look at this FMV in the palm of your hand. So
I love that. I love that time. Not just that game, that time.
Or maybe actually I might change to Bubble Bobble. Because you can't have that. You can't have a game in arcade without Bubble Bobble.
Alright, I thought you meant change that to Bubble Bobble.
I'll have a shot first, but I will also be playing Bubble Bobble. I just started that A Short Hike. It's a Steam game, and it actually only takes about an hour and a bit to play the whole game. But I just started it, so thought I'd show you what it's about. Is you're a bird. You're a bird who's a bird. You're Claire, and you're on a wee holiday, and your ma says go on a short hike, and that's what you do. And you're a bird. And the main selling point of this is how absolutely delightful it is to play. I imagine they will get absolutely crushed by Nintendo because it's a wee bit dangerously close to an Animal Crossing game as far as some of the sounds and the music and stuff go, but the way it plays is just absolutely delightful. You get lots of missions, fetch missions and things like that aren't as laborious because gliding to people is such a joy. It's just a really enjoyable game to play, and all the characters are kind of, most of the characters are quite friendly. Carrying a bucket of water. I'm carrying a bucket of water, boys, and I'm still tanning your asses. It's delightful. I'm really, really, really enjoying it. It really cheers you up. But I've just started it.
Did you see all the patter on Twitter about?
No, on Twitter.
I know, but it was basically all that indie game guys are just getting, lassies were coming out and women were talking about like abuse that they've all known about for ages, just guys on the indie scene, like developers and...
How many?
A lot, I think. There was a lot. There was one mentioned, and then there was like, and then people, women were backing that up, and then there was another one, and...
You know what's happened there is that you can't just be indie games. That's a generalisation, sure. What's happened is the guys in the probably happened is that the guys in the indie industry can't afford to get lawyers to shut their people up. It'll be happening everywhere. Does that cheer you up?
Just guys in it.
Some guys.
But it's still...
Mate, I'm all gone on first dates. Can't have this part in my head. It's not all guys, it's just some guys.
Yeah, well, I don't know, man. You can't be saying that nowadays, it's not all guys. It's plenty of guys that seems to be in it. It's just it's a downer, isn't it? I've always been suspicious anyway, I've been suspicious of the indie scene. Telling you, you're always doing your videos and you're always talking about like how beautiful the indie scene is and all that, and I'm always, they've got a reputation now with indie games. They got a reputation for like, they talk about mental health, and they do games like exploring issues of like.
They're weirdos, but you can't sit in a room for 5 or 6 years making the one hanging and no laugh at that.
I'm just suspicious. I'm suspicious. I'm suspicious at anybody that pretends to be a good guy. You know what I mean? Really good guys. I'm suspicious in that, particularly if it's guys. Really good guys. I'm like, really? You're the good guys?
So how do you win
the
then?
first good guys ever.
How do you win then?
How do you win?
You can't say you're the good guys, then how do you prove that you're the good guys?
I don't know. Oh, do you remember we used to come along this part of the city, and before it was all fancy pubs like this, and we'd get our pirated games, man.
PC software.
We have PC software. I got my Dreamcast, man. The big man, mind I used to come down to the big man, he had his big folder full of fucking Japanese Dreamcast games and all.
You don't get it though. No software guys, no that I could tell anyway. That lassie's got dreadnought.
She has. That's cultural appropriation. It's weird to think that a guy, the big man looks as if he was like for the East End of Glasgow or something, right? Guy was probably for like Shelton or something, right? And that guy indirectly got me into Japanese wrestling. Because he just copied one day, he got a copy of a Dreamcast game, right? Giant Graham. And then I was like, what is this, Giant Graham? He was like, I think it's a wrestling game, mate. Next thing you know, I'm into wrestling, it's all because of a guy for the East End of Glasgow. That's weird, isn't it? And he's probably sitting in his house now that he's getting the idea that he got me into Kenta Kobashi.
No. He might have been an enthusiast.
Yeah, it might have been his objective right for the get-go, was just to... So I'm going to break the law, I'm going to be a criminal. But just so that I can turn
The
wee
people
guys
need to know.
into...
The people need to know the Giant Graham.
You know why? True. We used to send wee guys, remember you would order your game and then they'd send a wee guy to run and get it, remember? Because the van would be parked somewhere else, so that if the police came they could just be like, what mate, just got a folder with...
Sorry, drug dealers do it.
Just got a folder with words in it. Drug dealers is different though, drug dealers are
If you only commit one part of the crime, then they can't get you. That's where these indie developer guys are going wrong. They're doing other rank stuff by themselves. It's just a part of the rank stuff.
They should just do a wee bit of the abuse.
Or name it. Try to name it.
Nah, that's beyond. Seems to be beyond guys these days, huh? To do any of it.
Don't go to the toilet.
Don't let guys get power, that's the thing. You can't actually be... Guys can't be trusted with power. You think that's the one thing we would have learned throughout history? Don't trust a guy with power. Because...
They just take it. They just take it.
That's the thing. Go to the toilet.
I will.
Toilets are nice, aren't they? As I speak, there are people going on Metacritic and giving Astral Chain a user score of 0 because they're so raging. You just calm down, hen. I'm telling them about this drama. Astral Chain is getting a 0 by users on Metacritic because they're so raging that Astral Chain hasn't come out on their machine. It's only on Nintendo Switch. And no wonder they're raging. Astral Chain is half its nut. That's the first thing to say about it. It's half its nut. Listen, there's no mystery when you're playing a game by Platinum over whether the game's going to be good or not, right? We know chances are the game's going to be good, right? We're talking about Platinum here. But what you never really know is what kind of vibe you're going to get for the game. Like, what have they went for this time? I'll tell you what they've went for with this one. They've went for the most sophisticated Platinum game I think there's ever been. It feels like a complete package. It's a game where you're constantly saying to yourself, oh my god, there's much more to do in this game than I thought there would be. It still has that Platinum game thing of driving you right into the action. You know, Platinum likes to grab your head, right, grab you by the ears and go like that, bang, 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 with your head on the table, you know what I mean? You want to enjoy your game, mate, aye? Boom, 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 bang your head on the table. This game starts like this as well, shoves you on a motorbike flying through this beautiful neon tunnel, shooting at monsters, and while the credits are rolling. The credits are still rolling. Then you get a wee moment of respite while you choose what your character looks like. I went for you can choose between a guy and a lassie. I went for the lassie here. You can change your hairstyle, you can change your look, change the vibe it, you know. So right away for that point you kind of say to yourself, it seems like there's a wee bit more going on here, you know, a wee bit of customization, very nice. The game looks fantastic as well. I love the look of this game. It's incredibly stylish, it's incredibly cool. I got the collector's edition with the art book and all that because right for the first screenshots I saw I was like, man, I am into the vibe in this. And the vibe is really like Polis in the future Polis with cool clay zone, jumping about with monsters attached to big chains, right? And they use the chains and the monsters in their fighting. And Platinum do this amazing thing, didn't they? Every time Platinum do this amazing thing where they go, right, here's quite a simple concept. How do we wring incredible combat out of that? But I don't like to bang on about the combat because you know the combat's going to be good. Here's what I will talk about first of all. The world building and the characters. See, Astral Chain has the vibe of a new telly show or something. You know, a new cool Japanese telly show, a new cool Japanese anime thing. And it's a really strong effort to create a new IP that's got legs, you know what I mean? Because you're a Polis in this Polis station, there's other Polis in there, they're each wee personalities in their own right, you enjoy getting to know them. And I'm telling them about the Polis station, you get to know the characters in their own right, and in between combat sequences there are quite long, extended scenes where you are doing detective work, chatting to other Polis, doing wee side missions, and they're all a total pleasure to play, and I just love, I mean, take a look here, like, I just love the effort they've made to establish character in the world, and just the general kind of quirky vibe of the whole thing. It's a very, very quirky game and a really brilliant world to exist in. And that's the thing I feel has maybe been lacking for some Platinum games. Like, I love Vanquish, for example, but it feels quite bare bones in places. Check this.
This is the restroom. It's for everyone, so make sure you keep it clean. Even I'm house trained after all.
Know what I mean? So here I am with my Legion on its chain, basically just like a big dog, a big robot monster fighting dog. And here I can use a toilet. I found a toilet. This is while I'm out doing an investigation. I found a toilet and I've done a shite. I've done a shite into the toilet and I've got some dead leaves that I can use to wipe my arse with. So, you didn't get that in Vanquish, did you? Oh, by the way, I should talk to you about the combat and just how you move about in combat settings. Here's me using my big mad dog monster to platform and stuff by moving it across here. And I'm doing this, by the way, while fighting a boss fight. It's absolutely magic. Listen, the combat in this game is absolutely magic. It's all about using your chain, chaining up the baddies, creating combos, having fast reactions to activate special attacks, dodging at the right moment, just like in Bayonetta, you know that thing where you dodge and everything slows down and it opens up the opportunity to do more attacks. But you can be, you're lassoing things with your chain, you're chopping things in half with your chain. You can become an absolute master at this game, I'm sure. But man, you come for the combat, right? But you stay for the world, for the presentation. I just love this game. I just think this is an incredible game that everybody that has a Switch needs to buy, and everybody that hasn't got a Switch has to go to Metacritic and give it a 0 out of 10, because I'm telling you, yous must be fucking raging. You playing with your wee farm, Waverley? Waverley? Did you put a wee blanket on the cow?
Yes!
Is it nice and warm? That's Ryan, go to the house.